Buenos dias, Corin. I invite everyone to make their way to the mat. And let's begin tuning in from a Sukasana posture, also known as a cross-legged seated pose. Root down from your tailbone and rise up with the crown of your head. Allow the shoulders to fall away from your ears, creating space in the neck. Let your knees fall towards the ground. Concentrate on your breathing. In through the nose and evenly out through the nose. Scan the body. See how the cervical spine feels. That's the upper spine. The thoracic spine, which is the middle, and then the lumbar lower spine. And tune into your body. Just check it out. See how everything feels today. See how your breath is. How clear your breathing is. Is the pranayama flowing? At this moment, set some intentions for your practice, or dedicate your practice to someone or something or some goal in mind. Once you have that, and I invite you for a collective Om from wherever you may be streaming, from wherever you may be sitting. Deep inhale in. Ah. Namaste and welcome to Flip Flow. Today we're going to focus on some surf movements and see how it all ties in with Vinyasa. A lot of movements that we do in yoga, we also perform in surfing. Most important movement, the breath. Keeping a nice controlled breath, even inhales with even exhales, and even pauses in between. Make your way onto all fours. And we're going to begin with our hands on the mat and our knees on the mat and our toes and the tops of our feet pressed against the mat as we begin in a table top pose. Fingers are spread wide, index fingers pointed directly forward, parallel with the outer edges of our mat and parallel with each other. Shoulders are stacked over the elbows. Elbows are stacked over the wrists. Knees are at hip width distance directly underneath the hips. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Tuck the tailbone in. And dial in that audible ujjayi breath. It sounds like the wind passing by your ears. With a slight constriction of the throat, the back of the throat when you're inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, drop the belly, raise the tailbone, and shift your gaze forward for a cow pose. Exhale, press against the mat, round the spine, and shift your gaze over to your navel for a cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back into a cow. Avoid dumping in the lower back in the cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to tabletop. And move your body clockwise as if it were a marble being spun around in a Coca-Cola can. Pause at the top of the tabletop. Now go counterclockwise. Turn the tabletop, and on an inhale, extend the left arm forward and the right leg back, keeping the right foot flexed. Long line of energy from the foot to the hand. Exhale, bring the left elbow and the right knee together. Inhale, extend the left arm forward and the right leg back. Exhale, compress. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, extend the right arm forward and the left leg back. Left foot flexed. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Inhale, extend right arm forward, left leg back. Left foot flexed. Exhale, compress. No. Inhale, extend. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Drop the left shoulder to the mat. Extend the right arm forward. Shift your gaze over to your right armpit. Maintain that Ujjayi breath. Bring your palm in front of your face. Press down to rise up. Back to tabletop. Exhale. Drop the right shoulder to the mat. Extend the left arm forward and shift your gaze over to your left armpit. Breathe. Inhale. Bring the left palm in front of the face. Press down to rise up, back into tabletop. Shift the hands slightly forward. Curl the toes and press the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Long line of energy in the spine here. Welcome to bend your legs here. Welcome to walk the dog out by extending the right leg and bending the left knee. And then switching to extending the left leg, bending the right knee. Drive those heels towards the ground. Try and kiss those armpits and allow your head to hang like a mango. Slowly inch your hands backwards to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Bend your knees around your spine. Slowly articulate vertebra by vertebra as you straighten out and stand tall. Round your shoulders back. And then with every step you take forward, feel the energy rising up from the ground. Become more present with every step. On your 4 feet, on both feet, becoming actors of your mat. Part way into a mountain pose. Strong. Press your navel into your spine. Shoulders rooting down away from the ears. Crown high towards the sky. Chin parallel to the earth. Your muscles are active. You're actively aligning all the bones. Inhale. Hands up to the sky. Shoulders. Inhale. Roll over the toes. Extending the arms. Bending at the thoracic back. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Bend the knee. Drop the knees. Curl the toes. And press the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Still enjoying a nice audible ujjayi breath here. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees and shift your gaze forward and step or lightly float to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Welcome to grabby elbows here. Sway side to side. Bend the knees, rise up. Back to a mountain pose. Back to actively alignment. And now we're nose riding on a surfboard, hanging 10 with perfect posture. Everyone on the beach is going crazy. Keeping the toes nice and soft. Inhale. Hands up to the sky, bending at the knees, dropping the bum. Make your way into a chair pose. You're still on the nose of that surfboard. Your toes are still hanging 10. But now there's a more critical part of the wave and you need to get low. Your knees are pointed over your second toes. Your pinkies are rotated inward. Nice long spine, nice long arms. Exhale. Fold forward from the chair pose. Inhale, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step the left foot back, step the right foot back. Make your way into plank pose, Balakasana. This is the pose that you're in right before you pop up on a surfboard and you're checking both ways before you stand up and make sure you're not going to hit anyone. Plank pose is also a great pose to strengthen the core, and with a strong core, you can prevent lower back issues. Exhale, bending at the elbows, lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left knee, bring it to your nose, extend it out, and reach it over to the right side so you can see your foot through your right armpit. Inhale, bring it through your hands. Root down the outer edge of your right foot with the right toes pointed towards the top right corner of your mat. And with your hips neutral, rise up into a warrior one with your left knee bent at 90 degrees. Avoid dumping in the lower back here. Try and have a nice straight frame. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step the left foot back, lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes. Upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Allow the head to hang. Dial in your breath. Tune back into the body and eliminate the foreign thoughts. Extend the right leg and bring that right knee to your nose. Extend it back and keeping the left foot straight. Open up the hips and bring the right foot over to the left side. Shifting your gaze over to your armpit. Bring the foot between your hands. Root down on the heel, left toes, top left corner of the mat. Hips neutral. Warrior one. If you're having a problem with hip neutrality, place the hands on your hips and push the left hip forward, right hip back. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step the right foot back and lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes. Downward facing dog, legs active, knees off the ground. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back to downward facing dog. At the bottom of your next inhale, bend your knees, shift your gaze forward, and lightly step or float to the front of your mat, back to the nose of the surfboard. Inhale, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend at the knees, drop the bum. Take the arms up, pinkies rotated inward. Chair pose as we complete our sun. Inhale, bend at the knees. And make your way into Warrior 3. Shifting your gaze to a singular point on the ground. Extend your arms above head if your practice allows it. And find that balance. Drop the right toes down for a Crescent Pose. The right knee slightly bent, left knee at 90 degrees. Drop the right hand to the mat inside the right foot. And take the left hand up to the sky. Exhale back down. Drop the right knee and shift your weight back, extending the left leg. Inhale. Weight forward towards the left foot. Exhale. Shifting weight onto the right heel, extending the left leg. Inhale. Forward. Drop the right heel, point the toes towards the right toes towards the right side of the mat. Make your way into Warrior 2. Left knee at 90 degrees. Micro bend in the right knee. Hips pointed towards the right side of the mat. Arms up above to the side. Gaze is over the left middle finger. Shoulders are strong and soft simultaneously. Dialed into that Ujjayi breath. Drop the left elbow on the left thigh. Reach over for a humble warrior. Reaching the top right hand over the top of the body, shifting your gaze over to the right middle finger. Inhale back up and rainbow the arms back to reverse warrior. Not reaching over the top of the body with the left hand. Gaze is over to the left middle finger. Right hand is on the right hamstring. Inhale, back up to Warrior 2. Extend the left knee, heel toe, the right foot closer to the left, shortening the distance. And as you reach forward with your left hand, like on a string, take your right hip back. Drop that left hand to the left ankle. And take the right hand up to the sky for a triangle pose. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to your hips and rotate the right foot 90 degrees inward. Both your feet are pointed forward on train tracks, hips neutral. Hinging at the hip, fold forward for a pyramid pose. Welcome to use a block here. Keeping the right hand on the mat, take the left hand up to the sky. Oh, excuse me, my earbud fell out. Turn down, hinging, rise up, and step forward, back to a mountain pose. Back to hanging 10 off that surfboard. Toes are soft. Rooting down on the four corners of your feet and actively aligning yourself. Inhale, extended mountain pose, arms towards the sky, shoulders rooting down, away from the ears. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center for Samastitihi. Shift your weight onto the four corners of your right foot. Right toes are soft, left foot is levitating. Hinging at the hip, fold forward, keeping those left toes pointed inward. Micro bend in the upper back, left foot flexed. Extend the arms above head. And drop those left toes down into Crescent Pose. Take that left hand inside the left foot, press it on the mat, and take the right hand up to the sky. Avoid allowing that right knee to splay. Exhale, both hands on the mat with your right foot in between. Drop that left knee to the mat and shift your weight onto the left heel, extending the right leg. Shift the weight forward onto that right foot. Exhale, shift your weight back onto the left foot. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Drop the left heel. Point the left toes towards the left side of the mat. And rise up for a warrior two. Right heel intersecting the left sole. Micro bend in the left knee. Arms up to the side. Gazes over your right middle finger. Shoulders are soft. Controlled Ujjayi breath here. I call it the warrior pose because you're battling muscle fatigue, your breath, and your concentration. Avoid being too far forward or too far back. Find that little sweet spot where your torso is perpendicular to the ground. Drop that right elbow on the right thigh. Reach over the top of the body with the left hand. Gazes over your left middle finger. Right knee is still at 90 degrees. Humble warrior. Inhale, rainbow the hands back. Left hand on the left hamstring. Right hand reaching over the top. Reverse warrior. Gazes over your right middle finger. Inhale. Back up to warrior two. Extend that right leg. Heel toe the left foot closer to the right. Shortening the distance. Maintaining the left foot perpendicular with the right. Reach forward with your right hand. Let's reach back with your left hip. And drop that right hand down onto the right ankle. Take the left hand up to the sky. Long line of energy from the right hand to the left hand. Triangle pose. Inhale, rise up. Hands on the hips. Rotate the left foot inward 90 degrees. Both feet are now parallel on train tracks, pointed forward with your hips neutral. Hinging at the hip. Fold forward for a pyramid pose. Micro bend on both knees here. Elbows drawn, shoulders drawn away from the ears. Always creating length. Take the root down on the left hand. Take the right hand up to the sky. Twisting triangle. Or twisting pyramid. Excuse me. Exhale, return. Rise up. Step forward. Back to hanging 10 on that surfboard. Back to aligning the bones with your muscles. Palms facing forward. Legs active. Rooting down on the four corners of your left foot. Grab your right ankle and bring that right sole of your foot into your right thigh, onto your left thigh or your left calf, but not your left knee, for a tree pose. Now we're still on that surfboard, but now we're hot dogging. We're getting comfortable on the board. The fans are out. We're enjoying ourselves, giving the people a show. With your two finger, your index and your middle finger, grab your right toe, extend the right leg outward, drop the right foot. Back into mountain pose. Inhale, back into extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands together at heart center, samastitihi. Root down on the right foot. Grab that left sole of your foot and bring it onto your left thigh, onto your right thigh or right calf, not on the right knee. Bring the hands together for a tree pose. Focus on the four corners of the right foot. Focus on your breath. Focus on the here. Focus on the now. These, with your peace sign fingers on your left hand, grab the left toe, the left big toe, and take your leg out to the side. Oof. Not quite part of my practice today, excuse me. Make your way back into a mountain pose. Back to surfing. Back to being active. Inhale, hands up, extended a mountain pose. Exhale, hands together at samastitihi. Heel toe the feet out so that the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the outer edges of your mat. Bend the knees, drop the bum, place your elbows inside of your knees, pressing those knees out and using those knees to press those elbows in. Shoulders drawn away from the ears, heart shining. Malasana pose, also known as the poo pose. This is how humans were pooing thousands of years ago. Place your hands on the mat. And roll back onto your back. Inhale. Pointed, legs extended, toes pointed. Make a V with your body for a dolphin pose. For 5, toes are pointed. For 4, your breath is controlled. For 3, your spine is lengthy. For 2, you're smiling. For 1, exhale, release. Inhale, rise back up to a warrior 2. To a dolphin pose. Toes pointed. Shoulders drawn away from the ears. Lengthy spine. Palms facing forward. You're breathing. And you're smiling. Release. Bring your thighs to your chest. Interlace your fingers. And give your knees a big hug. Release the interlace. Drop the feet down underneath your knees. Heels near the bum. Palms flat on the earth. Root down on the feet to raise the hips up. Keeping the knees neutral and pointed forward. Bring your shoulders underneath your back. Interlace your fingers. And root down from pinky to shoulder. Allowing the heart to shine in this bridge pose. Exhale, remove the interlace. Raise the heels. And slowly lower your back down, starting at the upper back, then the middle back, and then the lower back. Root down on the feet to rise up one more time for another bridge pose. Interlace the fingers. Root down from pinky to shoulder. Bring that chin down to the sternum. Exhale, release the interlace. Raise the heels. And lower your back down. Rise up. Making an L with your body for a staff pose. Palms are flat on the earth. Legs are extended. Long line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Bend the left knee, grab that left ankle, bring it over the top of the right foot. Take your left hand to the back left corner of the mat and hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. Twisting over to the left and shifting your gaze over to your left shoulder. So release the hook. Take both arms back. Bring that left foot over. Extend it. Bend the right knee and bring that right foot over the left. With your left elbow, hook outside that right thigh and twist over to the right. Gazes over your right shoulder. Imagine an imaginary wall on your back, and your back is flat on it. Exhale, remove the interlace or the hook. Bring the right leg over, extend it, Bring those thighs to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Those knees a hug. Give your left knee a kiss. Your right knee a kiss. Spread open the thighs. Bring the elbows inside the knees. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Rooting down on the left. Rooting down on the tailbone and the shoulders. Push the feet into your hands. Pull down on those feet with those hands for that yin-yang effect in this blissful baby. Exhale, release the feet, extend the legs, and allow yourself to melt onto the mat like a corpse in the desert or surf wax on a surfboard on a hot beach. I'm surrounded by mosquitoes here, yet I'm still, yet I'm here. I am still present. Remind yourself of those intentions today and ask yourself if you met them or if you honored them. If you didn't, it's okay. There's always next time. Every day is a chance to wake up and do things right. Let your body fall as it may and go into complete relaxation. Begin to wiggle those toes and wiggle those fingers. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles, activate your leg muscles, activate your arm muscles. Begin to tune back into the body. Bend the knees up, bring the thighs up, right knees bent at 90 degrees, thighs 90 degrees from your torso. Fall over to the left side with your left arm above head, allowing your head to rest on that left bicep. As you make your way into this fetal baby pose, you're a caterpillar in a cocoon, about to be reborn as a butterfly. With your right palm, press it down in front of your face. Press down to rise back up into a Sukasana pose. Slowly open the windows of your eyes. Tap into your surroundings. Listen, taste, smell, see, feel. Bring your hands together at heart center, and after a nice deep inhale, I invite you for a collective Om. Thank you for letting me guide your practice today. I wish you all a blessed day. The sun is up, so everything is all good. Cheers.